Okay, so everyone who will be joining us, you are most welcome. Right now no one is in, but we just had a long session. Oh, I can see someone is here. Hi Anita, thanks for joining. Amisha, Fabi. Okay, I can see a lot of people coming in already. Thanks for joining. We just finished an awesome yoga session. Thank you, Anita. That was so good.
Thank you.
And I hope some of our viewers were able to join us. I hope you got your mats out. And cheers. This is green tea, but cheers anyway. If you have your tea or coffee mugs with you, please join us as we talk. I'm just gonna interview Anita a little bit. So, no, I just want you to get to know her because she's a person who's really inspired me and keeps inspiring me every day. Some of you who know me, know that I am very big into health and wellness, taking care of oneself, especially for women. We know that, we're wives, mothers, sisters, friends, everything, and we care for everyone else, but in that process sometimes we forget to care about ourselves, and it is so important to do that, and Anita helps me in my journey. And I wanted to all my viewers, all my followers, I wanted you also to have a piece of Anita. so this is
sharing.
And if you have any questions, you can put it in. If you have any questions for Anita, and while we are talking, I see it, we will try to reply that. Thank you for joining again. So without further ado, here is Anita, my yoga guru. So let's get started, Anita.
Fire away.
Okay, the first thing that I would like to know is, how did yoga make an impact in your life? And how did you get into yoga? Because yoga started in India, but it's such a big thing in the West before we re-embraced it, right here in the East.
Yeah.
So how did it make an impact in your life, and why did you want to do yoga?
Well, it was on a personal level. I was always drawn to yoga, not just for the physical benefits, but I was curious and interested to learn more about breathing techniques and meditation and concentration. So I started 23 years ago to practice.
Wow, yeah.
And with living in London, a busy city, and having 3 small children, babies, toddlers, I found that my yoga practice was my little safety bubble. It was my time in the week to focus on me, my breath, my body, my mind, and to just reconnect and regroup and refocus, so that I would function better as a mother and a wife and a friend in a busy city.
So you started in London, right?
I started in London.
But you're from
Sweden.
Yeah, you're from Sweden, and you were in London and with small babies.
Yes, exactly. And I started practicing before I got pregnant with my 3rd child, my daughter.
So
I started. Yes, I had 2 little boys, and busy city, busy life, busy mum. So yoga for me, the impact it had was that it just grounded me, and I just found that I did something for myself in order to work, to function for everyone else. Because as a mother and a wife and a volunteer in many charities.
Yes, but my thing exactly is that a lot of women I talk to also ask me the same question, and more than me, I would like to ask you the same question. It is not difficult to do something once in a while, but to stay consistent. What keeps you motivated? How do you constantly keep going for so many years?
Okay, so when I started yoga, I realized all the benefits, not just the physical, but the mental, emotional, the breathing, everything. And for me, the more yoga I did, the better it got for me. So I started with 1 class a week, I added up to 2, and then I went into 3 lessons a week. And I fell in love with yoga so much that I wanted to learn more and study it. So I became a yoga teacher, and then for me to be able to share with others. And the consistency, that's easy. It makes me feel good every time. So the reason
that's true.
23, right? The more yoga I do, the better it gets. And in the way it makes me feel in practice and after practice. I feel great now. I felt great in it, and that makes me want to do it again tomorrow or even tonight. So
yeah, it releases those happy hormones. I feel for me it does. But I also think it is also finding the right teacher or the right environment.
Absolutely.
Because I started a couple of years ago, right? And I loved yoga. I'm a very physical person, so I think naturally I loved yoga. But it was not until so I had 2, 3 yoga teachers before Anita, before you. But when I met you, it was like, this is yoga.
This is quite interesting because I've had many teachers over my 23 years, and it's the same thing as you say. Some of them I loved, and they made sense. And when they spoke, it was like they were. And some not clicking so much, and then you just have to find a teacher that suits you, that you get, and also a style that suits you.
So when you say your style, is there many styles?
Oh, so many styles. There's so many styles, and there's a style for everyone. There's a pose for everyone. Not every yoga pose is made for every person, but there's always a pose that will suit someone. Also different styles. You have restorative yoga, you have power yoga, you have everything in between. You have hot yoga. Maybe we should invent ice yoga. That would be tricky. That would be tricky because we used to.
Yeah, maybe in Sweden that is possible, not in Hong Kong.
And probably not so great either, just for jokes. But there is basically a style for everyone. And you just have to try a few different styles, maybe a few different teachers, or find a teacher, even if the style is not what you initially want. If the teacher is great for you, where you live, then just go for it. And also my advice with teachers, give a teacher a couple of chances.
Right.
Don't give up after the first. If at first you don't succeed and you think, give it 1 or 2 more goes. Because they might grow on you and then it might be the best thing you've done. So the key is to get into yoga, start with a gentle, if you haven't done it before, and then go from there. You can stay with gentle, restorative, just moving and breathing.
Yeah, that's true. And eventually you find something meant for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It just falls in. And the more you learn, the more you can do home practice. Develop your own.
So when you say home practice, how important is it? Very difficult also because I've heard and I know if you do something wrong, then it's more harmful than beneficial, right?
Of course, it's very important to have never doing advanced things on your own and throw yourself into the more acrobatic poses on your own. You always do that in a safe environment with someone you trust.
Yeah.
And if you're not strong enough to go into certain poses, right? So there's no quick fixes with yoga. You have to do the long journey, but it's actually the journey that's important. It's what you learn on the way, how you yourself and how your body builds up. Cut corners, the exercise, and you just go. You're excited and you want to go, but you have to. And that's part of the practice. To accept what I have. And everyone moves differently.
Yeah, that's
Being
true.
respectful and mindful. Don't rush. We don't need to do everything perfectly. Our whole life.
Yeah, that's so talking about yoga, actually I never asked you. What's your favorite yoga related story? I would love to hear because okay, guys, Anita has been practicing for a long time. How you've been a teacher for almost 15 years now?
15.
Yeah, she's been a teacher for almost 15 years, but she started before, right?
I started 23 years ago.
23 years
So
ago.
my best yoga story, I have very many fond memories, but I'll pick one, and that is when I graduated as a yoga teacher in the UK, and I got my certificate, and I was fully fledged, and I went to India with my yoga sister, who I did the teacher training with. She's also an old dear friend, Sabina. Right. And we went to an ashram in India, and that is, just a really wonderful memory because for me, I had just qualified and to go to yoga with 500 from all over the world, but all sharing the same love, passion, curiosity for all things yoga. So to deepen the practice on every level, the satsang, the karma yoga, Ayurveda, there was everything, and the early morning. Right. So for me, that was finally being at home with yoga in the same frame. So you didn't have to justify or explain. Everyone was there for a reason, love of yoga, and that to me was just. It was good. That's a profound memory. Being in India where it comes from.
I love how like the yoga words, the names of poses and everything. You say it so well actually. I love. I think like maybe because you started.
I don't have a Swedish accent, maybe.
Yeah.
Or an Indian.
You have your accent, but it's so nice. You
I
say
try
so
my best.
well.
One of the things we were told when I did my teacher training by my own teachers was that always to honor and respect the origins of yoga. So the Sanskrit words are the English words, not just the English, but the Sanskrit, and to honor the tradition with those words and to practice them. And so we always honor where it comes from. As Western, wherever we're from.
No, but sometimes the tongue is such that people are so used to their own dialect, so it's very difficult to, and especially Sanskrit. Not everyone, and to remember all the names. Oh my God,
Yes.
I still can't remember. Yeah, you have, right?
Repetition.
So let's get back to the present. So right now we're still not out of the pandemic yet, right? And I hope, oh God, I hope now we are at the end of it. Vaccines have come out and all, right? So how has it been? And especially in Hong Kong, we started quite early. I think earlier than the rest of the world, because being right
Close
next
to
to
China.
China. So how has it been for you being a yoga teacher during the pandemic? A lot of businesses has been hit, during the pandemic. Gyms have been closed. People have been staying in at home, right? How has it been for you? How has yoga been?
Well, I have actually, I think most yoga teachers around the world who have been teaching regular classes in gyms, and the pandemic hit, everything shut down.
Yeah.
So my first step was to move my classes outdoors. So we did beaches and parks and sports fields, and then the limited numbers being together outside as well. So when I had to limit my class numbers outdoors, I turned to Zoom like everyone else. Most people have done, and that's been a saving grace. And every challenge is a gift. So I saw this as a huge challenge. Filming myself is something I really don't choose to do, but I have learned and grown really fond of Zooming. So, which means I have been able to keep up my teaching and my classes every week. I haven't stopped working, which is fantastic, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah.
And what Zoom has also done is staying connected to local students, students that have left Hong Kong, and family and friends who live far away who can finally tune in and join my classes. And in fact, even if we quit Zoom forever, I think I'm going to keep one Zoom class a week just to stay connected to my friends around the world and family.
I was really grateful having those Zoom classes even when we were on the lockdown and stuff, like when we couldn't go to the gym. But for all my followers who's watching us now, actually Anita very kindly agreed to come on live with me. This is the first time Anita is coming on live like this. She is a great yoga teacher, and she has a very, very good following of students in Hong Kong. She doesn't need any more students.
Yes.
But she's such a great teacher that but she's not so much doing social media and stuff, right?
She's my social media guru.
No, nothing like that. And I just know that she's very comfortable with what she has, and she doesn't need to go out into social media and do this or that. But when I requested Anita to come here for this interview or live or whatever we might call it, for a coffee together, because I wanted to share my source of inspiration with you, everyone. She kindly agreed, and I'm really glad and I'm really thankful.
I would only do it for you, Kajal, and it's been such a pleasure and honor, and it's exciting. And isn't the mantra this year for women is challenge to change?
Yes, that is true.
I've done it.
Yeah, so I told Anita, don't worry Anita, it's a challenge. And she's like, I will face it.
Every challenge is a gift. Done it.
Exactly.
So thank you.
And okay, so let's get back to you.
Yes.
So so for people who are curious or want to know some more firsthand from yoga, right? So Anita has been in the yoga for a long time. So let's hear about how has it changed, Anita, since you started to now, like in the last 20 years or so, right? What do you find has changed for the better? Let's say first.
Yeah, for the better. Well, when I started, it was already quite popular in the UK, where I lived in London. So there was yoga, quite in many places. So you could just pick a yoga studio and pick your style of yoga that you wanted to try. So that was already quite common in the UK. And what I've noticed over the years, since I increased my training and then my teacher training, and I started teaching myself, I find that more and more people go from being practitioners to teachers. So a lot of my friends who have been my previous students have now also become certified teachers.
Oh, yeah.
So there are definitely more students. People are it's just a really popular thing to do, and also a lot of people have then taken it further to become teachers themselves, because like me, they fell in love with it and wanted to share it with others.
Yes.
So I think that's changed, and also most parts of the world now you can find good yoga centers and studios. There's more of them, and also I found what was the niche before the pandemic is that all these exotic paradise islands around the world and beautiful places, there's always a little center where you can go and do your teacher training. So you can be in paradise and get your certificate, and then you can go and teach. So not only do you have to do it at home wherever you live, you can actually go somewhere fabulous and then train to do it, which makes it more luring as well. You know, people want they get it, to go to Bali or Thailand.
Okay, I am just gonna check who has joined us and say hello once before so to get both of us in the frame. I'm quite far away from the phone, so sorry if I haven't been looking at all of you. I can see Roshan. Okay, Shakun, Angela, Roshan, Sogat, Pooja. Thanks for joining. Hey Cherise, I can see you.
Beautiful names.
Monica, Lakshmi. You know Lakshmi? Lakshmi is goddess of wealth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Lakshmi.
So everyone who's here, Binod, thanks for joining. And Raksha, I assume Raksha is Raksha. Are you Raksha? Okay, so if you have any questions, I might have missed some. Let me just scroll down to see if we have any questions, Anita.
Yeah. I hope I can answer them.
Okay, there is one. So Luxury by Loshan Devar. Hi ladies, how do you do yoga in a busy schedule? Any tips on that? Sometimes housewives are busy doing house chores. How can they do yoga in such a hectic day? Okay, Anita,
that's exactly how I started, because I was a full-time mother with my 3 children, and I just made the time. And even if you're busy, some things doesn't matter if you don't do them. I mean, the children being fed and washed and clothed, and that's of course goes without saying. But other things can wait. It's not some things in the house that might not be that important, and it's better than to do a practice. But remember, the practice doesn't have to be 2 hours or 1 hour even. If you can fit in a 20-minute practice, or just start small, do 10 minutes, increase to 15 and 20, and then your life will work around it. So when you fit in your schedule, you get into it, and then you want to increase to 20 minutes. Then the other things can wait. Do it when your baby takes a nap, or do it when it's not a pandemic and they go to school, when you have some free time, or if you have a grandparent around to look after, also again when it's not pandemic. So many things are different now. But try to find a time and a moment to do a little practice, and then you can increase the time when you give it more time. And all the other things that are not important can actually wait. You are more important than fluffing up the cushions on your sofa.
True.
Yeah.
And
wiping the
also
kitchen table.
for me, it helps that, Thursdays usually I keep for yoga with Anita. So I know Thursday is a day for me. That hour, 1.5 hour is for me. So I just block it from anything else, unless I oversleep.
Sometimes she does.
Yeah. So it helps to block some time. So and also it doesn't need to be 1 hour. It can be a 15 minute also sometimes.
Make it short
and when I'm working, sometimes I just stand up, come to the floor, and try to do some stretches, yoga stretches that I've learned, and go back 10 minutes. So that helps, I think, during the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Start small. Don't push yourself to think I don't have all that time. Do a little bit, and then that will increase, and everything else will just fit in around it, and you will be surprised how much you will be able to fit in, and how that practice becomes more important. And if you feel better for it, everything else will be done with a happier heart and a stronger body. So
okay, so it's been nice chatting. I think I want to go back to my jewelry. Surprise, Anita. I'm not only talking about yoga, I'm talking about jewelry too. Anyway, why not, right? So as you can see, she's wearing my K and jewelry, and this is not mine, it's hers.
Yeah, this is mine. These are mine.
Yeah, those are hers. And I would like to ask you a question, Anita. So, what's your jewelry style?
Okay, so I'm not an overly blingy person. I do like to scrub up, and I do like to wear jewelry. And I think for special occasions and celebrations, and when you make an effort with your clothes, with your hair, with your makeup, and your yoga glow, and of course jewelry.
Yes.
So I do like jewelry. I like to wear earrings, necklaces, bracelets, rings, and I am a jewelry wearer. So sometimes less and sometimes more.
Yeah.
Sometimes I stack and just sometimes like the big funky earrings, or sometimes the tiny
ones.
Depends
Exactly.
on-
But
for
this
practice.
is so nice what you're wearing. Wait, let me bring it
For
closer.
practice, this is great because
so
these are small, so I can do everything on my
So
head.
Anita's wearing a nice pearl small ear studs, which allows her for daily.
And they were engagement gift from my father to my mother, and he bought them in Japan.
So that these are Japanese Okoya pearls.
I was given them on my wedding day.
Oh,
by my
so your
parents.
mom handed it down.
Yeah, so they're
exactly,
vintage.
because and it's still so nice vintage.
Yeah,
so
very
when you have
special.
good pair of jewelry, it lasts, you know, and you can hand
exactly.
it down to your daughter.
And then I have this.
Yeah.
This is the Divine Lotus by Kajal Naina. Fine jewelry with a little
I
freshwater
love it
flower.
how you wear it, and you like wearing it short.
And in
don't
yoga,
you?
when you go upside down, it doesn't fall into your nose. So
Exactly.
it's a good piece of yoga jewelry. It just falls on your chin.
Yeah.
Some jewelries just go into your eyes, into your nose, into your ears. So
Exactly.
this is a good.
So when you wear it short, it's nice.
Yeah.
But
I
this
wear it
can
with
be longer
everything.
also. But yeah,
Two
I
lengths.
really like how you.
I wear it with
style
everything, and it's so beautiful. I get so many compliments.
Thank you.
And the name
that-
Divine Lotus.
Exactly.
Of
It was
course.
meant for you.
Of course.
Okay, so that's Anita's style, and okay, let me put this back here, or do we want to do a selfie video? So okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed our short tea coffee talk session. Let me see if there is anything else. A lot of people have joined us today. I think we've answered most of the questions. I am still live, right? Okay. So one last, So I want to know also. Okay, talking about your Korean jewelry, I'm sure you've had so many different experiences. So what differentiates your Korean jewelry for you?
Okay.
I mean, I just randomly asked.
First of all, I adore the designer, and I think you're very skillful and talented on so many levels, both technically and artistically. When I first saw your jewelry, I loved them by sight, but then I see the names of your jewelry, and to me, I thought you had made them specifically for people who practice yoga, and I know it just suits the yoga style really well.
Yeah.
You have the sun and the moon and the stars, the divine lotus, and you have profound names for all your jewelry, and that stands out for me because you're very connected to nature, so it's like these are natural words and also very spiritual, and in some ways also very yogic. I mean, any yoga person would find all these pieces attractive, and then
We do yoga together. At least once a week, I always attend Anita's classes.
Yeah. No, I do. I keep teaching. I keep hiking.
Oh,
And,
wait! I forgot to tell. My leggings is from Anita. Anita also has a So these are all from Anita. You do that. You should say it.
Yes,
Say
I
it.
will. I will.
Yeah.
So I teach yoga. I go hiking. I look after my 3 rescue dogs. I spend as much time with my husband and my 1 son who's living in Hong Kong. I stay in touch with my daughter and son who are in Sweden and the UK, and family and friends. So life just goes on. I'm trying to make the most of what we have and in the situation we're in. And also, yes, I do have a little side business from my yoga, and it's not only yoga products. I do leggings and yoga mats and blocks, yoga related products, but also some oils from Varanasi in India and some pashminas from Kashmir.
Actually, I really love what you're wearing. Let's show once, Anita. Let's show. So anyone, if I would love to say that because this is, look at the leggings she has. This top
And
is
it's
also
orange.
yours. Yeah, something.
Yeah, these are yes, samples come.
Yeah. So if any one of you are interested to get these stylish yoga leggings and yoga tops and things, Anita actually she does have a side business, as she calls it. Small side
And at the
business.
moment we're running low on stock, so let me just build that up and then we will be full throttle again.
Yeah, so if anyone loves what I wear, or because I do get a lot of my leggings and things from Anita, which you might have seen me sometimes wearing on social media and stuff, because you know what, Anita, I do get friends and other people asking me, hey, where did you get your leggings from? Or sometimes they don't ask me where I got it from, but they just say, I love what you're wearing, and half of my things are from Anita. So if you want to know more later, you can ask me and I will tell you.
Thank you. I'm happy to share.
Oh, of course, always happy to support. Women supporting women is such a big thing. So anyone, if you love lovely leggings,
You can model them.
I can't model them. Oh my God, today I suddenly realized in the end, like, I had Anita and Medha with me who are like so tall, and I'm like a short, oh yeah, Ria joined me later, so she's telling me Ria joined me, but Ria is 10 years old, so oh my God, you're taller than me now. So my gosh, why don't you come here and say hello then, instead of shouting from there? Come and say hello, Ria. So Ria actually is starting to grow taller than me. So I was the shortest one, but I don't.
Perfect.
I carry myself.
It's balance. It's balance.
Say hello.
Hello.
Okay, go. So now let's say bye. Say bye. Come on.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you had a good time. I hope there was some inspiration to be had from our series.
Try yoga wherever you are. Find someone.
Yeah.
Find someone.
Come, Medha, say hello.
Yes.
Medha. And this
Gorgeous,
is Medha,
gorgeous.
who helps me with different things.
Hi.
So Medha was also there doing yoga together with us.
Yeah, and my can necklace and my can earrings.
So that was your Christmas present, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
You're
so
all
Matt-
bedazzled today.
Bedazzled, yeah. Okay, thanks. Oh, Luna, nice to see you. So I hope you had some. So I will be putting this up in later in the IGTV. So if you've missed it, don't worry, you can catch us.
Aw.